Was Jeffrey Lash a top-secret government operative? Was he working on counterterrorism and classified military operations? Was he a human-alien hybrid? Yes. Just ask him. Today, we look at Lash's story and break down the women and men he may have duped into draining their finances. All so he could stockpile military-grade weapons for all of his secret missions. In the end, his bizarre last request may leave us with more questions than answers. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you thought getting a lash stuck in your eye was annoying, stick around. Wait till you see how bad it is having this crazy fucking lash stuck in your house. This is Necronomipod.
I won't try to rehash the conversation we had off the air because it was just natural and fun. And while we were talking about the Mighty Ducks franchise and being a hockey fan and having played hockey growing up, I'd always loved those movies.
Yeah.
Looking back now, the first one I still enjoy, but they're a little cringe, that series. Is there any movies that you guys remember from your childhood that you love that now you're like, I don't know if I'm going to admit that I like that movie? It's kind of, I threw this, we did not talk about that off.
That's a really good question.
You're a little unprepared, but is there something?
From childhood?
Or, I don't know, your teens or growing up? Or because, I mean, like now you would still defend it if you liked it because you still like it. But something that you liked in the past, maybe in your 20s or any movie, any of those 80s movies you guys
I love those 80 movies.
Yeah, you still going to die on that cross?
Absolutely. Still great to this day.
Okay.
I formed my taste early in life. I haven't really changed. I've expanded them.
Then.
Oh, God, yeah, they
now.
were.
I'm trying to think.
I even watched a Brat Pack documentary the other day. It's interesting.
That would be okay.
Yeah.
I would watch that. I like their lives and everything they got into.
Sorry, I cut you off. What you were thinking there?
I'm trying to think of something that would make me cringe because.
You know what's an awesome cringy movie from the 80s, like sports related, going back to the Ducks, is Vision Quest. You ever see Vision Quest? Matthew Modine about wrestling. It's awesome.
No. But you're saying it's still awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I want
Fucking
one that you look back
fantastic.
and you're like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure trying to think what I've watched recently that maybe didn't hold up as well.
Oh, it didn't hold
Tell
up
me.
very well. Final Destination.
Really?
I didn't feel like it held up very well.
I love Final Destination.
I watched that the other night. My son has been getting into horror movies now. So I'm like, all right, we'll start watching some stuff together. It wasn't as good as I remembered it being. I haven't seen it in forever. It's been so long since I watched it.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah?
Yeah.
does it make you a little sad when it's not quite as good? Something that you've held in a higher esteem for a while?
Yeah.
I have to disagree on that one. I think it's held up. They're coming out with a new one too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love those movies. They're so
Are they
fun.
all still good, or at this point are people like, all right, what are we doing here?
Some of them were cheesier than others, but for the most part, they're always fun.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're super fun movies.
Yeah. I think, they're fun.
Because we're all Halloween fans, but with this new trilogy even, we were like, what are we doing? Why?
Yeah.
And then we saw them and we were like, really, why?
Yeah, those were bad. I guess I will say that some of the 80s, horror that we grew up, me grew up loving and stuff, maybe isn't standing the test of time. Just because you can watch such extreme stuff nowadays and you look back at those and you're like,
You guys made me fucking watch, what was it, Jason 5 or whatever that thing was?
Right.
That was horrible.
You're like, okay, Jason, nerd, you better up your game because have you seen Human Centipede, my man? You're this is not the best of stuff here.
That's what I mean with Final Destination. Like, it's fun. The acting is not good. Like, it's good and it's fun.
Yeah.
But when I'm like telling my son, I'm like, oh, hey, like this is a good one. We'll watch together. He's like, I watched Terrifier. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Point taken on that. Yeah. Because
we've pushed the limits too far now that it's watered down all the old stuff.
Yeah, like I didn't even know that he was watching horror movies yet necessarily, and then he started talking about he was watching the Terrifier movies, didn't know about it. I'm like, I don't care, but like you went for the fucking gold, and
nothing will ever compare, pal.
So.
I watched Hellraiser with my son when he was 5 years old. I'm like, dude, yeah, check this out. It's good stuff. Fucking the best.
All right. So you're going with Final Destination, and Dave, you're going with some of those cheesy 80s movies.
Yeah, some of them are great.
The horror movies.
Yeah, like some, like, I don't know.
I don't even know if I would go with Final Destination now that I like kind of thought that through.
But it's just something off the top of your head that you recently watched. Because I didn't give you guys time to prepare for it.
No. Some of the cult 80s horror movies are fucking great. Like My Bloody Valentine, 81. That shit still holds up. Or The Prowler. Have you ever seen The Prowler? Holy shit. Like, some of those movies are great. But some of the more mainstream, Friday the 13th, when you get 3, 4, or 5, like, come on.
Yeah.
No one should have made this fucking movie.
Then you get to the one where he's like in space and shit.
Jason Takes Manhattan. It's just, at some point, like,
when you have to come up with titles
goofballs
like that, maybe you should have just retired the series.
Yeah.
To be clear, I still enjoy the original Mighty Ducks. I've always hated Mighty Ducks 2. It was offensive to me as a hockey player. And then Mighty Ducks 3 is when I
Hmm.
saw it or clips of it sometime recently, and I was like, they should really just stopped at 1.
Yeah.
None of these
Never seen any of
should
those.
have been made.
It's like My Girl too. Like it was done in
Who
the
needed
first one.
that?
Yeah.
That's a one and done.
Did he not die in the
motherfucker.
first one? They brought him back. It was a swerve.
It just like follows her life. It continues with what she's up to.
Would it have been better if they brought him back and he was now a superhero, B-Man,
Yeah, that's right.
and he was just like wearing like a big yellow and black suit and had like a little stinger on the back?
But only she can see him.
So then it's like Candyman kind of.
See, we should have wrote this movie. This would have been another one for Cool Down Media Productions. That'd have been all right.
No doubt. Candyman, that's another one I watched not too long ago. It didn't hold up the best.
Really?
No, and that was one of my favorites. So there you go. That triggered me there.
I was thinking about watching that the other day actually.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still an awesome story, but just some of the, I don't know if it's the acting or the, maybe not as great as I found it 30 whatever years ago.
I liked the remake that came out a couple years ago. It's pretty good.
All right, well, there's our movie talk.
Yeah.
I saw the Pope is not doing well. Looks like he may not make it much longer. I just want to throw my hat in the ring. If the Cardinals are looking for somebody to elect,
It's very nice of you.
I'm your man.
Did you send them your like LinkedIn
Here you go.
profile?
Here you go, fellas. What do you think? Your last chance to save the church. Bring me in.
How does that work? Do they all vote?
Yeah, they have a conclave.
And then the smoke.
Yeah,
You not
white
seen that?
smoke.
They had that white smoke come up
Yeah, I've
when
seen
they have
that.
an answer.
Remember in Eurotrip, they burned the Pope robe or whatever. A new Pope! And then the kid goes out there. He's in the robes and he gets spun around and everyone's clapping for him as being elected the new Pope.
Crazy hijinks.
But yeah, probably a conclave coming soon. So exciting times, friends.
It's nice to have a little weird story after piece of shit Robert Durst.
Yeah. This one is super weird.
It really is.
What inspired this? How did does one of you guys run across this topic? Like, how did he get on our radar?
I was reading about the guy one day. I'm like, it's fairly odd.
And this is a very different story in a lot of ways because it's like you get all this buildup and then it's kind of like, well, wait, what? What happened? Who was this guy?
Yeah.
It's almost like a Somerton Man type thing. Like,
Oh, good callback, pal. Nice.
available in the archives.
That's really good.
Wasn't asked about that on trivia, but
There was a Somerton Man question.
not for me.
Well,
Well, a couple times ago, you needed to say what was on the note that was found in his pocket, the Tamud shoot. Or whatever it was.
I just
You didn't know the answer, pal.
couldn't pull that out of my hat.
So
Tamood shoot, is that what it said?
I don't remember.
Just make that
something. No,
something like
I
that.
like Tamood shoot better than anything.
What is it? Tamood shoot?
I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but yeah, it's something like that.
Tamam shoot. Tamam shoot.
Tamood shoot is better.
It's a Persian phrase.
I put it right in her Tamood shoot.
The phrase means finished or ended. Mike, I'm surprised you didn't know that when he asked you that question.
Yeah.
Tamam shoot. You're like, oh, that's Tamam shoot.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking me about
It's
it.
one of those ones that's right there, and you just
Learned that in my Persian linguistics course. Yeah.
All right, let's jump in.
Jeffrey Lash was born on December 3rd, 1953 in Los Angeles, California, the only child of Jerry and Gloria Lash. On the surface, his childhood seemed full of potential. Two ambitious parents, they had high hopes for him. His dad, Jerry, was a well-known microbiologist, was respected for his groundbreaking research, and he dreamed of Jeffrey following in his footsteps. His mom, Gloria, was a pianist who had once studied at Juilliard, aiming for a career as a concert performer. However, she put those dreams aside to settle in Los Angeles, where the family lived in a quiet neighborhood near the Los Angeles airport.
I aimed for a career as a concert performer.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't sing and I couldn't play any instruments, so it kind of fizzled out rather quickly. I was just in it for the blowjobs. Never really materialized. So
I was
here I am.
I was up late the other day and had $1,200 worth of Yo-Yo Ma tickets sitting in my cart.
Whoa.
I was ready to hit purchase to go see him in Pittsburgh. And I was like, I better wait. At least let the sun come up and see if you're still thinking this is the right move. I'm going to see him at some point. He's been touring a lot more recently, and I'm hoping maybe coming through Cleveland, or I go to Detroit, Columbus.
Sure.
Pittsburgh would have been okay too, but I need to get ahead of the curve and have more tickets available. I'm not confident these seats would have been great.
The resale value?
I think it was resale. I don't remember.
How old is Yo-Yo Ma? What's your
he's
expiration
like
date on this adventure?
mid-60s, I
Okay,
think. He's
that's
not
not too
that
old.
old. I looked it up that night to be like, how much time do I relatively have? But, he sits in a chair. As long as he's not getting arthritis.
They're like, Yo-Yo Ma's 89th birthday concert. Last performance ever.
He's 69, so
Okay.
he's a little
That's
older
not
than
terrible.
I remember. But
69 is a young man still. It's very, very young in my book.
I don't think it's out of the question to say he could go till about 80. If he's not like on tour. He does like 6-7 shows a
Sure,
year.
sure.
Or if he's, getting called over to Europe.
It's not the Stones.
Right. Wouldn't that be awesome if that was his backstage atmosphere?
Right,
like
right.
you didn't expect it. There's just fucking hot tubs and blow.
He's getting
and-
blown.
He's getting blown while someone else is tuning his cello. And he's just sitting back with his tuxedo on.
Fantastic.
That's my Yo-Yo Ma.
My Yo-Yo Ma.
Early on, Jeffrey showed a talent for science and engineering, and his dad felt for sure Jeffrey would carve out his own path in microbiology. At Westchester High School, Jeffrey was known as a quiet, serious kid. He wasn't into sports, clubs, or socializing. He was all about his studies. For a while, it looked like he was heading down the road that Jerry had envisioned. In 1971, Jeffrey enrolled at UCLA to study microbiology and engineering. But things took a turn while Jeffrey was in college. Out of nowhere, he dropped out of UCLA.
Yeah, I would say that's a turn when you're in college. Yeah. Different path.
After that, he started pulling away and avoiding any conversations about his plans or future. His stepmother, Shirley Anderson, later said that his behavior changed drastically. He became withdrawn, paranoid, and super secretive. By the time Jerry Lash passed away in 2010, Jeffrey had been out of touch with his family for decades at that point. There was some talk of, we're going to talk about later, how Jeffrey has all these guns and shit. He had some guns stolen from him. And Jerry hired a lawyer to help him out with that case. But like that was one of the last times he talked to him.
I'm sure his parents weren't happy about that.
No, everyone's like, hey, dude, we want to
come back. Or Jeffrey. Jeffrey. I'm going to get confused now.
I was getting confused when I was writing this.
I think we're going to get rid of Jerry here in a minute. Hold on, pal.
Yeah, exit stage left, pal. You're confusing us.
In the early 80s, Jeffrey started claiming that he'd been recruited by the government for top secret missions, stuff like counterterrorism, intelligence work, and classified military ops.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. Did you mention when Jerry Lash passed away? Did you say that and I just missed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I said we're going to get rid of him here in a minute. I thought you were still going to say that sentence. All right.
According to him, his identity was super classified and he was always being watched by government agencies. His story changed depending on who he was talking to, but the main message stayed the same. He was part of something huge, something that went beyond what most people could understand. He painted himself as a guy that was burdened with national security secrets. He knew things that were going on that no one else did.
Did he have any military service or background or anything of the sort that would qualify him for these secret, fantastical missions or assignments? Nothing?
Nothing I saw out there.
So it's not like he dropped out of UCLA and went and joined the Marines and did nothing.
No.
Okay.
I would like to remind everyone out there listening, too, that the first sign of an actual top secret government official is that they're not going to tell you that they're a top secret government official.
That's true.
Once you get past that phase, perhaps still.
It's like one of those flowchart diagrams. Did the individual tell you that he was a secret agent? Yes, this individual is not a secret agent.
It's over. That's the end of the board. You needed a note card for that.
That's right.
One of the first people to get sucked into Jeffrey's web was Michelle Lyons, a woman who ended up devoting 30 years of her life to him. Back in 1984, Michelle was working in market research when she came across an ad in the Yellow Pages for a business run by someone named Jeff Henderson. That was one of Jeffrey's many aliases.
Oh, he's got a bunch of aliases, huh?
Yeah. This is such a weird story. I know we're getting ahead, but like when you talked about the military stuff after UCLA, like there's nothing on this guy after UCLA. Like he pretty much doesn't exist. It's crazy.
Is it possible that he was some sort of criminal in, one of those CIA type stories where he get arrested and the CIA guy comes to the prison and sees potential in you and breaks you out and takes you to boot camp for a couple of years and you emerge as a secret warrior, secret spy, secret agent? No,
Kind of like
I don't think so.
It's a smaller version, but the Departed. When they pull Leo out of the police academy and they say, you want to do real police work, you're going to flunk out, you're going to go to jail, and then you're going to come back and you're going to work for us undercover.
Yep. What better cover story than someone who brags about this to make everyone think he's crazy?
Yeah.
Hiding in plain sight, if you will.
Let's put a pin in that one. We'll see.
We'll come back to that.
Let's not shut the door on that just yet.
What Michelle thought was going to be a simple business call turned into something a lot bigger. Jeffrey answered the phone, and she was immediately hooked. At the time, Michelle was stuck in a failing relationship, and her life kind of was at a dead end. At least she felt that way. Jeffrey offered her an escape. He was super exciting, mysterious with all this government agent shit. And that first business call quickly turned personal, and by early 1986, Jeffrey had moved into Michelle's Santa Monica condo.
Was there any hint as to whether he had tried this on a bunch of other people and she's the one that finally fell for it? Like, there was 50 women before her that he was trying the same sort of trap?
Probably. I think he was probably successful before her.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
At least to some degree, I would guess. But it's worth noting before we go forward that Michelle's a very wealthy woman. She's she's very successful.
So this is monetary based, not sex based or something like that. 'Cause I picture like True Lies with Bill Paxton telling Jamie Lee Curtis he's a superhero and stuff, or a secret agent.
I think it's just a dude that doesn't want to really work.
Yeah. Well, I get that.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
is just really good at scamming people, and he just wants to do this.
Found his niche, right? Okay.
kind of spoiler alert, but yeah, I mean, he just seems like a dude that doesn't want to do anything.
And has a weird hobby with collecting military-grade weapons.
Something's wrong, but...
Yeah. Something's definitely wrong.
Something wrong here.
They're goofy in a while.
He's been on vacation, I think.
I guess, yeah. Everybody needs a little time away.
Glad to have him back.
Me too.
Once he moved in, Jeffrey took over almost immediately. He laid down strict rules about what Michelle could or couldn't ask, especially when it came to his past, family, or background. Anytime she tried to dig into his history or his work, he'd shut her down, either by getting super angry or throwing out vague threats like, if you know something, they're going to come get me and they're going to kill you too, kind of thing. And he was telling her that he was working in counterterrorism stuff, doing everything from hostage rescues to high stakes intelligence missions. And she was going along with all of it. She bought everything.
Were they having sex? Or was this some weird platonic financial arrangement?
I believe there was sex involved here.
All right. I just wonder, like, what the day-to-day situation is in, scenarios like this. Like, do they ever sit on the couch and watch Wheel of Fortune or anything? Or is it always just nonstop fucking craziness?
Well, he's busy working, right? In his locked room.
Right.
Top secret stuff you wouldn't understand.
Can you do that 24/7 though? Do you ever just sit on a couch and have a pizza and watch a ball game?
You have to at
Anything?
some point, right?
But then what's that like? Like, what's the small talk like?
Well, she's just
that's
shut
a good
up.
question.
I mean, she just stays quiet.
You think so? And he just talks and
Well,
she
because he would get
listens?
super mad, and we'll talk eventually. But like, he gets physically abusive with some of these women when if they ask too much.
Because you mentioned like 30 years.
Yeah,
Like, I keep saying like. I fucking hate when I do that. Fucking irritating.
Like
It's just a stupid word.
15-year-old over here.
I know. I don't know why I keep doing that tonight. Apologies.
Yeah, that's a long time. Like you said, you ordering sushi one night at least? You having like takeout? Are you
Something.
guys doing anything?
because so she meets him, falls in love with him, and just when you go out on a date with somebody for the first time and they tell you what their job is and stuff, you don't necessarily wouldn't think that they're lying right away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she probably believes that he's into this intelligence work, and then it just snowballs from there to where all of a sudden he's being super abusive and like, don't ask me any fucking questions.
Yeah. Once he's got the hook on her, and it just escalates, and then she's trapped at some point.
Yeah. Not long after moving in, Jeffrey took over one of the bedrooms. He put a lock on the door, claiming it was full of classified materials and sensitive equipment. Anytime Michelle tried to ask what was inside, he'd lose his temper. There's just a PSA that if there's a locked room in your house, something's wrong. You should be able to go into every room in your house that you live in.
Something's definitely wrong.
You know what's even wilder is that's not the first time you've given that PSA on this show.
This is the fourth
right.
one. This is the fourth time we've talked about this.
Oh, man.
Jerry Brudos had a locked room.
Yep.
Dyson Hausenkopf had a locked room. Very similar to this story, actually, with the alien shit.
Yep.
Gacy had his was the garage, but still. And now this guy, 4 times. You can't have a locked door in your house like that.
No,
Like,
it's not good. Something back there.
something is happening in that room. Whether it be like tonight, what we talk about, or, Dyson with all his weird blood tests that he was doing behind his, like there's something weird going on. Around the same time, Jeffrey started stockpiling weapons. Michelle watched as their home started filling up with high-powered firearms, tactical gear, and military-grade survival equipment. How it's told is he treated this stuff like it's sacred, like obsessively cleaning, modifying, and prepping it like he was gearing up for some kind of apocalypse. As the months went by, Michelle found herself giving more and more to fund these over-the-top demands. She ended up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on really high-end weapons and the tactical gear. Several customized vehicles, all because Jeffrey claimed that this was part of his high-level government work. By the time Michelle realized how much he was manipulating her, like way, way later in the story, like we said, 30 years, Jeffrey had drained her finances, which it's estimated to be about $1.8 million gone.
Wow. Is she familiar with taxes in this country and the government should be paying for all that stuff? And
It's really weird how kind of submissive she became. And others will get to, like, just all trust him.
with no proof.
Yeah, just kind of blind.
Would he go away on the weekends? Be like, all right, I'm going on a mission. See you Sunday night.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If he's involved in all of this, was he kayfabing all that?
Right.
Like, yeah, and then he's just at the Super 8 eating a Domino's pizza and like, has the vibrating bed on.
He's dropping quarters in there.
He sips a ginger ale with a straw. That's what I picture in my mind.
These guys just have that
aura.
Yeah, that charisma thing.
Yeah. It's Riz.
Riz,
It's
is that what it is?
That's
Right.
what I think the kids are calling it these days.
So Keith has Riz, Keith Raniere? Because he had
I could-
the same thing.
I mean, I will say he does not, but he duped them somehow.
He got Allison Mack.
Yeah. I guess he does have Riz. Those knee pads tell me he does not. Those knee pads are
Visually speaking.
Yeah, those knee pads are
He lacks the Riz you're talking about.
Toilet, Ohio. But apparently he had the Riz.
It was his cunnilingus skills, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that man just knew how to eat some beef.
That's why he needed the knee pads, right?
Yeah, I think
Now
we
that-
established that a couple
Now
weeks
we're
ago.
talking.
See?
Alas, nobody with the name Keith has ever seen a vagina in their life. And I stand by that statement.
By 1998, the control that Jeffrey had over Michelle didn't seem like it was enough, so he started looking for his next target. And that's when Catherine Nebrin came in. Catherine was a successful businesswoman who owned several luxury properties in Los Angeles. She was married to a guy named Philip Gorin, who's a well-known dentist in Brentwood, and the two of them had a pretty ideal life. They lived in a high-end condo in Pacific Palisades, one of LA's fanciest neighborhoods. Everything seemed solid and stable until Jeffrey came into the picture.
Boy, not anymore, huh? Half of it burned down.
Yeah.
Brutal. What do you call someone who fails out of med school?
What?
A dentist.
I was going to say a dentist. Fuck dentists.
That was the joke from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He's a,
Maybe that's why I know it.
anti-dentite bastard. Yeah, the girl that's with Jerry, and they tell that joke, and Jerry's like, dentist, who needs him? She goes, yeah. Plus, not to mention the blacks and the Jews. And that's how the show
And
ends.
it freezes
Jerry's
and the
face.
show ends. Who is that? It's a big name.
It was the girl from that Will and Grace show. I don't remember her
Oh,
name.
Deborah Messing.
Deborah Messing.
Yeah. How do I know that and you don't?
The crazy thing about Jeffrey going after Catherine is that this was a friend. Like, Jeffrey and Michelle had known Catherine and Phil for years. They weren't random acquaintances either. They had gone out on double dates, and they kept a steady friendship. So when Jeffrey suddenly claimed that he was dealing with a national security emergency and needed to relocate for his safety, it didn't completely come out of left field, at least not at first.
There you go, Dave. They were going on double dates.
Yeah.
So they were maintaining, I guess, somewhat of a social
At
life.
least trying to, yeah. They had other couples. That's fairly normal, right?
Do you think on Valentine's Day he was coming home with like the big heart box of chocolates and like a big teddy bear and stuff? You think he was he whining and dining, Michelle?
Yeah, with her money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't
Open
care.
credit card.
He'll get the biggest bear they have. All the fanciest chocolates Hershey's can make.
Yeah. It's like, I got you some M&Ms and a little bear at Rite Aid, and I bought myself a $10,000 sniper rifle. So. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, love you. Gives like a quick peck on the cheek and then scurries to his locked office.
See you tomorrow.
And then jerks off onto his guns.
Jeffrey told Michelle that the move was temporary, that it was just going to be 2 weeks. She believed him, but those 2 weeks turned into months, then years, and Jeffrey never came back. He stayed in touch with Michelle, but he never actually came back to live with her.
Did she just move on with life?
She gave him money still. Like, we're going to talk after, this break. There's a little bit of a debate on who paid for what.
Okay.
Moving forward, but yeah.
Did his stockpiles all stay over there? Or did
He moved them. Like,
Okay.
he's going to really start stockpiling now.
Well, he would need them for his mission, Dave.
That makes sense, yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know if he kept them in an alternate location as a backup facility.
Maybe he had them planted around town, like whatchamacallit's kill kits.
Israel keys.
Israel keys.
Maybe so.
Be a real military operative might do that. I don't know about Looney Tune over here.
Looney Tune.
When Jeffrey moved into Catherine and Phil's home, it didn't take long for him to go from being there temporary to just completely taking over. He set strict rules and convinced them that their home needed heavy security to protect against outside threats. He had rooms sealed off, claiming that they were for, quote, classified intelligence files, and cut off their water supply to avoid moisture damage to his weapons. That's what he said. The moisture would.
Oh, boy.
This forced them to shower at a neighbor's house. Windows were permanently sealed, and Jeffrey stoked their paranoia, telling them that enemy operatives were constantly watching. He's like locked these people into their own house, and he's just got them thinking that there's an imminent threat of something.
This isn't fucking Brentwood.
Yeah, like
You
this,
know.
yeah, this is super upscale shit.
No
He's-
water. Their windows are shut off.
Right.
And how do you flush in the toilet with no water?
You're not.
The stench of the poop harm his guns,
Maybe they're
perhaps?
pooping outside somewhere.
Maybe. A little outhouse?
I don't know about the gun moisture thing.
Talk about cucking, right?
It is a weird form of.
Yeah. He's taking over the guy's house. Like, look, dentist Phil. You're my bitch now.
Yeah, like how
You're not
does
even
it-
taking a shower at home. No more water.
Right.
How does that happen?
And Phil's just like, okay, I guess. Okay.
I'm going to go to work and drill some holes now.
Yeah.
Was he banging this guy's wife? Do we know this?
I don't know about now, like
Okay.
at this point in the story, but I think it's safe to assume in a little bit here.
Okay.
It's certainly going to drive Phil
shit.
away.
And Jeffrey's going to take over the drilling at that dentist's house.
Well, I mean, does a dentist really fuck?
You're the expert, Phil.
Well, I'm not the expert. I don't know how a dentist fucks. I don't know what you're insinuating there.
They're good at inflicting pain, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They really are miserable human beings.
Sadist.
Yeah.
Getting into the finances of this, at first, Jeffrey's money requests to Phil were small, just enough to cover what he called operational costs for his missions. But those small amounts quickly turned into like full-on demands for large amounts of money. Things escalated when Jeffrey put a gun to Phil's head one day, demanding that he drain his savings and hand it over. By the time it was all said and done, Phil had lost more than $2.5 million. Broke and unable to recover, Phil ended up living in the back of his dental office in Brentwood for nearly a decade.
A decade.
Like, I don't know about that. Like, dude, it took you 10 years to figure out getting out of the back.
Get back on your feet.
Imagine you go to your dentist and he's living in the back room. Comes out all disheveled.
Fucking smelling like beer and shit.
Right. Cheap whiskey.
Just has like a stained white T-shirt on with like a coat over it, like his little dentist jacket.
It's like, all right, I'm going to give you the anesthesia now.
Like the fuck you are, pal.
If your penis feels funny when you wake up, it wasn't me.
So Phil's life is ruined. His marriage is done for. Jeffrey had successfully pushed him out of the picture, and with Phil gone, Jeffrey had complete control over Catherine. Catherine followed Jeffrey's rules, handed over her finances, and stopped questioning anything. Over the years, her money funded Jeffrey's increasingly really lavish lifestyle. She hired a personal chef who made organic meals tailored to his diet, costing $1,785 a week. That went on for 7 years. That's the one there's some debate on. I saw it reported both ways, that Michelle was paying for this outside the house.
Oh.
Or, Catherine. Either way, one of them was paying.
Yeah. $2,000 a week. It's not that much.
Yeah.
Maybe he was telling them both. Maybe he was telling them both they were paying for it, and then he was just pocketing one of them.
And eating at McDonald's.
Yeah. No, maybe he was still getting the meals paid for, but then the other one, he was like, I'm putting that away for another gun.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I would love to have a personal chef.
That would be all right.
God.
That would be all right.
A driver and a personal chef.
A driver would be good.
Driver would be at the top of my list when I get that $1 billion lotto win.
Why can't your driver be a personal chef also? You're not eating if you're on the road. You can do one or the other.
I got to prep, for my dinner and stuff while the driver's driving me around.
Yeah,
I
think
require
I would
some
work,
fancy meals,
I think
Mike.
I could work around that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I could work around that.
What if I'm out and about, I got errands to run, I want to come home and sit down and eat? I mean, it's going to be some delay because my driver's my chef.
Okay.
I see what you mean, but
Yeah. I'm trying to save you a little bit of cash.
I appreciate that. If I can afford the driver and chef, I'm not worrying about the cash anymore. I'm guessing.
You couldn't come home and have a bowl of cereal to hold you over for your specialty meal? What would you like? Honeycombs or you're an old guy. You like shredded wheat. Shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat.
Disgusting. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man.
All right, you come home. You have a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch while he prepares your meal for the night.
That's not bad.
I'm just saying, you can probably make it work.
So one of the two, Michelle or Catherine, they were paying for the chef. There were also 2 healing frequency machines bought. Those were each $12,000, which Jeffrey claimed kept him in perfect health. He would eat weird shit like raw steaks and stuff. Like he was eating, like the personal chef thing was, he was getting like high-end steaks and eating them raw. Like, what's that called?
Like steak tartare?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of that going on.
Okay, Jeff. I do like a nice steak tartare.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had it. I definitely want to try it if I haven't.
Crack a nice quail egg on the top of there. Yummy.
I've never had it.
All right,
good.
I'm going to DoorDash some steak tartare tonight.
Although I haven't been eating runny eggs at all. This goddamn bird flu making me nervous. I don't want any fucking bird flu. But if I can't have raw eggs, I don't even want to eat eggs. I don't like them cooked. I'm in a bit of a...
You don't like cooked eggs?
I like them runny. When they're cooked fully, they don't taste good. They taste burnt to me.
Okay. I like runny eggs too.
Like I have poached eggs.
Okay.
A little nervous these days, though.
I love all eggs. I love eggs.
Yeah.
You're an egg lover.
I am an egg lover.
She paid $9,800 a year in storage fees for his weapons, tactical gear, and survivalist supplies. Using her money, he bought military-grade firearms, customized bulletproof SUVs, including one that could drive underwater.
Okay, James Bond.
At some point, Catherine just completely gave in. By 2008, Jeffrey told her that they were engaged. There was no proposal, conversation, just a statement, and Catherine went along with it.
We are now engaged. Okay.
Just like, cool.
What she's going to do, she's in a house full of fucking guns and shit. Like,
Does she know that though, or are those all still being like in the locked room kayfabe type thing? Or is she aware of like all of his weapons and his like?
yeah.
She's okay.
Yeah.
So she knows what he's buying with her money.
Right.
So is she a prisoner in her own house? She goes out and about. Like she's continuing to run her business, right? She's got to make this money to give to him.
Yeah, I think psychologically, I guess.
Yeah. Not physically being restrained in there, just under mental duress and threats. Okay.
Fast forward to 2015, Jeffrey's health had dramatically declined. He could barely stand without losing his breath.
Even with the healing frequency machines?
I know, 2 of them.
What the fuck?
That's wild. They might have been faulty.
They were on the wrong frequency, I guess, right?
They got him on Aldi.
But instead of admitting that he was sick, he came up with a new story to maintain control. He told Catherine that his body was breaking down because he'd been exposed to a nerve-damaging chemical during a top-secret mission. Getting medical care, he claimed, wasn't an option. It would blow his cover. Jeffrey said his mission was too classified and his identity was too sensitive to reveal. Even though Jeffrey was sick, it was time to bring someone new into his circle, someone who would believe his stories without question, and that someone was Dawn Vadbunker. Dawn was a 39-year-old personal assistant who worked for Catherine, helping her manage her real estate properties. Initially, her job was entirely remote, handling paperwork and other tasks from home. She had no direct interaction with Jeffrey until one day Catherine insisted that they meet in person. And from that moment on, everything changed. With Dawn, Jeffrey didn't just claim to be, this man of mystery with the government agent stuff. He told her that he wasn't fully human.
All right. Let's kick this up a notch, shall we?
Yeah, now he's doing some dyes and stuff. According to Jeffrey, he was an alien-human hybrid sent to Earth with a mission to protect it from unseen threats.
All right, here we go.
From then on, Dawn devoted herself completely to Jeffrey. She overhauled her life to align with his supposed mission. Regular food was out. She adopted a strict diet of raw bison meat.
Okay.
Convinced it was essential for her transformation into a hybrid because she was going to turn into an alien.
Nice.
So your diet could change you into an alien.
According to Jeffrey.
Scientifically proven.
Okay.
You like bison meat?
I've never
I
had
love
it.
bison.
I think it's too dry. There's no fat. I think it's too dry.
I think it's tasty.
I don't like it.
Is that like
I love bison burgers.
Is that that's a thing, right? Like on menus.
Like the Harry Buffalo
Yeah, downtown.
restaurant around us they'd have bison burgers. I like them.
It's okay. I don't. Not enough fat to be a good burger, in my opinion.
I can't
lean.
say one way or another.
Okay,
on this. I don't
fair
know.
enough.
I've never had it any other way. I've only had the burger. I haven't had it. I don't believe any other way to really know, but I like the burgers. For like a gimmick. I'm not getting that every time, but if I'm at Harry Buffalo, I might get a bison burger.
Okay.
I would not
They're
eat
eating it raw.
I would
so.
not eat it raw. I would not eat it raw.
She also made juice that was made out of rotting fruit. Was part of this process.
That's a good idea, sure.
She started telling people that she could feel herself transforming, saying Jeffrey was unlocking her superhuman abilities, one of which she said was invisibility.
Oh.
I picture this woman like trying to act, like thinking she's invisible, and people are like, nah, we can see you.
I am looking at you. I'm invisible.
You can't see.
I can see you. I'm touching your shoulder.
What am I wearing? Red. You can't see me. It's not real.
You said you can't see me, so I have to go with that for a minute.
Dawn's mother, Laura Vadbunker, said at first that she dismissed this stuff as like, I don't know, like she was kind of cosplaying this shit or whatever, until some strange things started happening on a day that she was actually with Jeffrey and Dawn. Wherever they went, a blacked out helicopter seemed to follow them. And how it's told is that this wasn't a one-time occurrence. It happened repeatedly. Her mother said, quote, "Everywhere we went, the same helicopter was hovering overhead. I asked Dawn if she knew what was going on, and she just smiled."
I picture that Nicholson movie where he's like,
Is that
from Departed? What
No, it's
what was that from?
I think it's
Or is-
Anger Management with
is that
Adam
what it is?
Sandler.
That might be it.
Yeah.
So, and Laura has since told the news, like she kind of was questioning what was real and what wasn't at that point when she saw like the helicopter flying around.
Maybe he was involved in some, military operatives. Maybe he was involved in drug smuggling and was getting chased like Henry Hill was in
I was
Goodfellas.
gonna say, it sounds like Henry.
Or maybe it was just like kind of a coincidence type thing.
Maybe there was
helicopter.
there was really no helicopter following him.
In LA following high-speed chases. Or
It's
maybe
the
there was-
405 traffic cam.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Caring, compassionate, someone that'll listen to you, someone that you know always has your back. We often hear about the red flags we should avoid, but what if we focused more on the green flags in friends and partners? If you're not sure what green flags look like, therapy can help you identify them, actively practice them in your relationships, and embody the green flag energy yourself. Whether you're dating, married, building a friendship, or just working on yourself, it's time to form relationships that love you back. Therapy teaches us ways to weed out negativity or weed out red flags and focus more on positive energy and green flags. By finding the green flags within ourselves, we're better able to find the green flags in others, which helps us establish and maintain healthy, happy relationships. Therapy can also be helpful in learning new positive coping skills, setting boundaries, and empowering you to be the best version of yourself. Therapy is not only for those who've experienced trauma. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
And when we say that Dawn was all in on this whole alien thing, that she was, learning how to turn invisible and shit, people have since said that she was telling them how she could feel her head getting bigger, like how grays have big head, big eyes. She could feel it happening.
Nice. That bison's doing some work, right? Shit's real. Rotting fruit juice, man. Fucking making it happen. What kind of fruit you think? What would make good rotten fruit juice? Mangoes, perhaps?
Ooh, yeah, that would be gross.
Ugh.
We got a new juicer. Been having fresh squeezed orange juice on the weekend.
Yeah, on
Fucking
the weekends
delicious.
only on the weekends.
No one's got time for that weekday.
Okay. Oh, you're up
Man,
at 4
I'm
o'clock.
loving it.
No,
Well,
maybe
that's
you
true.
got time to squeeze one out.
Highly recommend.
All right. I'm not a big fruit lover. Like juice is good, but like just the thought of
I like fruit.
old fruit, stale fruit.
Well, no, I'm not a fan of rotten fruit, but
Like
no.
I'm just you asked what would be the best one.
Yeah.
Just the thought of any like soft, squishy fruit, and I'm gagging. Well, thanks.
mold spots all over it.
Bananas would be a bad one.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
On July 4th, 2015, Jeffrey, Catherine, and Dawn set out for Bristol Farms, a high-end grocery store in Santa Monica. The summer sun was scorching, and as soon as Jeffrey stepped out of the car, he collapsed. That's what he sounded like.
It was
as he
only-
just fell.
It was just 2 feet.
That's right.
That's what it sounded.
There was an echo in the parking lot.
It was a parking garage. That's how I think
Something
of
like that, yeah.
it. In my mind, that's what it
It was
is.
cavernous,
For 3 hours, Catherine and Dawn tried to help him, but Jeffrey refused to go to the hospital. He kept telling them over and over again that his cover would be blown. This was a whole thing. Like, it's classified.
Here, Jeffrey, here's some raw bison meat and rotten mango juice. It'll save you.
He's just fucking dying.
They're mushing it into his mouth like Play-Doh. Like,
Turn into the gray and be free.
trying to get him to chew like Seinfeld when the Elaine's old boyfriend has a heart attack and they're trying to feed him food. Do you remember that episode?
Oh.
when he collapses in Jerry's apartment and they're putting like crackers in his mouth and trying to get him to eat. You don't remember that?
That's great.
As it got hotter outside, Jeffrey's breathing started slowing down, and then eventually he died. Instead of calling 911, Catherine and Dawn followed the instructions that Jeffrey had always given them in case of his death. Like, he really beat this into their heads. They wrapped him in a blanket, placed him in the front passenger seat of his SUV, parked the car on Palisades Drive, and walked away. And they left the state. For the next 2 weeks, Jeffrey's... Do you have thoughts on that?
Just like in your mind, you're like, oh, somebody's gonna be walking their dog in the next 20 minutes and see this like body type looking thing against the window and call the police. It's like, skip 2 weeks later, and there's just like flies hovering over the car.
So the one thing about the car is it had the tint on it was super dark.
Oh, okay.
Like it was fucking
So you
blacked
couldn't
out.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does this lead us to believe that this was more than a scam on his part? This was legitimate, delusional stuff, or he thought these things were real? Because what's the purpose of this then?
Or is it just a cover up for like, hey, I'm dead. What the fuck do I care?
I don't care. I'm going to have
Tell
one
him
last
something.
fun little thing to do here on my way out.
Maybe.
Doesn't really seem to, we'll see.
I'll give my thoughts at the end.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump ahead just yet. I might change my mind.
You might.
So yeah, the car or the SUV, the windows are blacked out on it. But it's rusty. It doesn't look like it belongs in that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising that it sat there as long as it did, that somebody didn't call it in sooner. But for the next 2 weeks,
Yeah, there's a pour parked in front of my house. Officer, can you come right out? Or,
Hey, someone's doing a pour in front of my house. Can you get them out of here, please? I don't think the HOA is going to respond happily to this.
pour in Palisades. Get someone out there.
for the next 2 weeks, Jeffrey's body sat in the SUV, baking in the summer heat. The temperatures obviously accelerated the decomposition, and soon his body just started to liquefy in the front seat.
Just like that fruit she was making juice out of.
Yep.
Jeffrey juice now.
When Catherine returned from Oregon 2 weeks later, expecting Jeffrey's body to be gone, she was shocked to find him sitting exactly where she had left him. No secret agents had arrived. There were no covert operatives to intervene in this. His body was just rotting in the California sun. And that's what he's been telling her this whole time, is that I should have said that earlier, but that put me in the car and just take off for your own safety, and government agents will come pick up my body.
Yeah.
And then whatever after that.
That did not happen.
No, they got back and like, oh, what?
Wait, what?
Just picture them going to check on the car and they're like, that's weird.
Like they open the passenger door and like the whole thing falls out and wrapped in the blanket. It's like thuds on the pavement.
It's like the senator in X-Men when he liquefies, right? He just
Yeah.
out of the front seat.
He hits, it's like,
Oh, God.
gets on their shoes.
Uh-oh.
So Catherine, at that point, she called her attorney, Harlan Braun, who then called the police because she's like, well,
Yeah.
this didn't go as planned. Like, I'm about to be in trouble for this potentially.
Harlan, what do you think about this? Let me tell you a story, pal.
What had happened was that he said he wanted this. He's still here.
Right away, detectives were suspicious. Why would somebody leave a body in a car for 2 weeks without telling anyone? And the story was that Jeffrey had left those strict instructions before he died. There's no 911 calls, no police involvement, no interference at all. His government handlers would take care of everything. Detectives, they were obviously not buying that. And they went with a search warrant and went into the condo that Catherine's condo that Jeffrey was living at. The entire condo had been turned into a massive armory. Every inch of space, rooms, closets, and hallways were packed with military-grade weapons, tactical gear, and survival supplies. In total, officers found between 1,200 and 1,500 guns, from sniper rifles and assault weapons to handguns, shotguns, and crossbows. Over 6.5 tons of ammunition were stacked in crates along the walls, looking like a military supply depot. They also found $230,000 in cash, neatly wrapped in plastic and hidden in drawers. Outside, there were 12 heavily modified SUVs that we talked about earlier, including the one that was capable of driving underwater.
12. 6.5 tons of ammo.
That's a lot. That's like fucking...
God.
I looked it up when I was doing this. I was going to throw it in. It's like 13,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She lives in a condo, which tells me there's other condos around. No one complained about them taking up 12 fucking parking spaces.
That's right.
That's a lot of parking spaces.
It is odd. It looked like a military compound. It had to have in the parking lot. It was like, was it an older person's type condo? We probably don't know. I was gonna say like old women complain, and Jeffrey went over there and shut the fuck up. I'm a secret agent, man.
There were, we'll talk about him later, but there were like neighbors who were aware of him and just thought he was like a weird survivalist type dude.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
If you didn't know the story and just kind of saw what he was doing, and you're like, I have to park a half mile away because of your underwater SUV. I don't like you much, pal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you seem scary. I'm not going to fucking say anything.
And that would be weird in our neighborhood, but this is in fucking Brentwood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's extremely out of place.
Yeah. So he had, like we said, all this professional stuff, night vision goggles, but they also found a lot of explosives, detonators, and all the news reports always talk about unstable chemicals. I'm not sure what that means, but that sounds really fucking scary.
Oh my God.
A lot of
I
stuff.
don't like that. Unstable chemicals is a very unsettling term.
Yeah.
It sure is. You never know what your neighbor's up to, man.
Yeah.
You know, find out your neighbor's building unlicensed firework factory in his garage, and suddenly the whole block goes up in smoke because Ian wanted to be a firework hero over there. Illegal manufacturer of
It's true. You don't know your neighbors. I mean, I just found out tonight. My neighbor, $3 express deliveries his fast food. It might change my opinion.
motherfucker.
Might change my opinion a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
It is weird. Like sometimes you drive around, like when you're driving, you see a super shady looking house. You're like, oh, I thought there was some fucking weird shit going on in there. Yeah. But then
we're also judgy.
But like this, you wouldn't even think of it because it's in such a high up place. You know what I mean? A lot of the weapons that he had were still in their original packaging, but then some of them had silencers attached to them, like he was modifying things. It seemed like almost like a compulsive like hoarder thing with how they're still in their packaging and stuff.
So no, he never used them, obviously, at least the ones in the packaging.
Yeah.
Probably never shot any of them.
Yeah. Then that's kind of like my thought is like he had this fascination with all of it, but it was never meant to be used for anything.
Or like you said, like a prepper type guy, and he thought, Armageddon was coming one day and he wanted to be ready, and this was his cover story to do all that.
And that's what, who believed that? We'd mentioned it in the story because I didn't say that, but somebody mentioned that he was like maybe a survivalist or like preparing, stockpiling, like it was going to be the apocalypse or end of times. I don't know. I just think I don't want to jump ahead.
At first, detectives thought Jeffrey might have been running an illegal gun operation, But after checking serial numbers and purchase records, they found that every single weapon had been purchased legally. Jeffrey had quietly built this arsenal over years, buying piece by piece through licensed dealers in Southern California without raising suspicion.
Wonder if that was just because of the different identities. Maybe he was able to play that up.
Yeah.
Like the what was it, the Henderson name he had?
That's a good point. Jeff Henderson.
Yeah.
It's a good fake name. Who would
not
question
bad.
it?
So maybe he just had different aliases and was able to kind of buy things separately to not make it look like it was the same guy stockpiling.
So with Jeff Calloway. That's an even better one.
Yeah. That's a good name. Yeah. I would trust that name.
Yeah. Hey, Jake Calloway here at your service. I'd like to buy a 2021 Nissan Altima. Certified.
Regarding the unstable chemicals, the LAPD bomb squad and hazmat team were brought in. Transporting the chemicals was too risky, so they decided to detonate them on site. So there's some wild shit going on
At
in
a
that
condo
neighborhood.
in Brentwood, they detonated chemicals?
I really wonder what those chemicals were. Everything just said unstable. Like they have fucking
Oh
like
my God.
that's the one thing that makes me question maybe he was potentially going to do something weird, because why do you have like bomb making materials in there?
Yeah. What year was this? 2015?
Yeah.
If he's doing something, trying to put together an internet army or something, and this was the armory, and I don't know.
But they didn't find any of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a fucking weird one.
The no tax returns. It's like he never, after UCLA, it's like he just doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, could he just be a mentally unstable guy who had a fascination with all these weapons? He had other people buying all of his stuff, so he wasn't making any money. He could kind of probably fly under the radar. He had different aliases. I don't know how, to the extent of what, how deep that went, but I just think this is a whole bunch of nothing. Just a mentally unstable guy who was able to con people into buying him things.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But does your regular run-of-the-mill mentally unstable guy able to do mentally this con job to all these different people?
I don't know. I think every cult leader is mentally unstable, but they're charismatic enough. I think if he's got that riz in him, then he's able to con him into doing it, or however passionate he was about this government work.
I mean, he held a gun to that Phil guy's head.
Yeah.
Or you just forced him to do it.
No charisma needed there.
No. That's how we should do it on the streets.
That's how we got Declan to sign his first contract. We assured him his brains or his signature would be on that paper. God damn it, he signed it, didn't he?
Sure
He
did.
certainly did. And you know what? He's signed everyone since with no questions asked.
That's right.
He doesn't know how to read or write, but he puts his mark on it.
He signed over his whole inheritance to Cool Down Media.
Yeah.
It was nice of him.
All $15 and a pack of juicy fruit.
Once police wrapped things up, lawsuits started pouring in. Catherine, Michelle, and Philip all claimed a piece of Jeffrey's $5 million estate, which that was made up of
All their assets.
yeah, but like the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the amount of money in these guns is insane. But Michelle wanted the 1.8 million. Philip wanted his 2.5 million, and Catherine also wanted 2.5 million. Legally, the estate belonged to Jeffrey's cousins, Sanford Sheklow and Leslie Parnas, but they wanted no part of it. Their lawyer, Daniel Brookman, made it clear. He said, quote, "We don't want this money. We don't want money from these weapons. We want them destroyed."
The police are like, too bad they're yours. They drop off 10 crates of automatic weapons in your front yard.
Under California law, there were two choices: destroy all of the guns or sell them through the Department of Justice. Catherine argued that the guns should be sold to police departments or licensed dealers. But like we said, Jeffrey's cousins wanted them melted down. In 2018, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge David Cohen stepped in and blocked the sale of the guns to private dealers, citing public safety concerns. Quote, "There's no guarantee these weapons won't eventually be used to hurt or kill someone," he said. With no clear solution, the guns stayed under LAPD supervision. California law allows unclaimed firearms to be destroyed after 180 days, but it's unclear if that ever happened in this. We don't really know what happened to all the guns.
But as long as they're not illegal machine guns or illegally modified, they're legal guns. I don't know how a judge gets off saying they might be dangerous. I'm not going to allow you to sell them.
I guess it's just California law. His cousins, I mean, that's, I think, admirable, regardless of if you believe one way or another. If you're down to, pass up that amount of money in what you believe in.
Yeah.
Maybe they were wealthy already.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be. What if that's like nothing to them? Like, fuck this.
Our nerd cousin Jeffrey, the secret agent with all his guns.
I think if I was those cousins, I'd take a gun or two. Just to have one.
Something to remember Jeffrey by.
Well, some of those guns are probably fucking cool.
I'm sure they are.
Like, yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
The rest, get rid of. I'm going to go to the shooting range and have fun with this one. And then I fucking break my shoulder, fucking.
The recoil.
I don't like guns.
Falls down the stairs.
That's me going just backwards in the shooting range. Like, and then it's like and that's my splat against the back wall. A broken collarbone. I peed my pants.
Oh man, that's a sorry state of affairs, brother.
But I got a cool gun, so
Yeah, that you'll never shoot again.
It's gonna go on the wall. It's gonna go on the wall, decorative.
That's right.
So remember we talked about that locked room earlier, and Michelle finally decided to go into that locked room, which is crazy. He doesn't even fucking live there anymore, but he still has her going along with all of this stuff.
Like it's some early warning system. Enemies will descend on the house if you open this door or something.
Yeah. It's hard to put yourself in that mindset of like actually believing that. But she broke into that room and she expected to find classified government documents or mission files, something to back up all of this shit. But in reality, the room was a disaster. It was piles of old junk, electronics, a lot of stuff that was still in its packaging, random papers, survival gear, and weird stuff that's just random items. Like he had plastic, like full-size animals, like a lion.
Okay.
Like plastic
lion?
in there.
Just
Just
the fuck
weird.
do you buy stuff like that?
I don't know. Just weird shit. I feel like Jeffrey was a hoarder that figured out a way to have people buy all his shit, and then him just live his life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't disagree.
When you see the pictures of his room, like this stuff, it could be on TLC, the hoarder show. Like it's just random shit everywhere.
It's probably souvenirs from when he goes wherever on the weekend. Secret mission this weekend. I'll be back Sunday.
The Super 8 gift shop. They're like, oh, buy this plastic llama.
Right.
He like hits up some flea markets and shit.
There you go. Flea market. Yeah.
Living his best life. Too bad that frequency healer didn't work, right?
Well. So Michelle, she dug around in this stuff, looking through everything, and she found pictures, handwritten notes, and recorded messages from several women. So he was doing this to multiple people. And these women came from all walks of life. There was a wealthy widow who handed over large sums of money, believing that she was funding this critical national security mission, which, like you said before, dude, the government is paying for these things. Like, we don't need citizens
I don't understand.
Citizens aren't paying for this stuff.
But people get scammed like this every day.
I know. There was a law student who quit school because Jeffrey convinced her that her legal skills were needed for secret operations. There was a Hollywood stylist who funneled hundreds of thousands of dollars into his schemes. But there was one name among those that stood out, and that was Tara. Unlike other people that Jeffrey ever talked about, he talked about Tara with kind of like a mix of awe and fear, like she had some kind of hold over him that no one else did. To Michelle and Catherine, he described her as one of the most important people in his life. He said that she was a psychic, a healer, and a key person in his intelligence work.
So they already knew about her then?
Yes, they knew about her. What she finds evidence of Tara.
Okay.
Alleged evidence we'll talk about.
It was just hearsay up until that point.
Yeah, at this point, she's like this mythical kind of character in all of this stuff. He claimed that Tara had this incredible ability to sense danger before it happened. Supposedly, it helped him stop terrorist attacks.
Spidey sense.
Yeah. It's definitely been talked about in comic books before. Like, this isn't unique.
God, Jeffrey, that's such an original idea. Where did you get that from?
He's like, with great power comes great responsibility.
I mean, if he's able to kind of dupe these people this much, maybe he can probably pull some of that off too.
I guess, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's like, if you smell what the Lash is cooking, and they're like, fuck, that's awesome, man. Did you come up with that yourself? That's a great motto.
It's like, as a matter of fact, I did when I was in Libya assassinating Gaddafi last week.
Wow. Lash 316 says, give me your bank account, bitch.
One of his specific claims was that he helped thwart 2/3 of the attacks that were coming with 9/11.
Oh, 2/3 of them.
Yeah, like the 1/3 was what happened.
Yeah.
Like there was more that was supposed to happen.
Really?
Thank God for Jeffrey Lash.
I know.
He personally did this.
Like he was the head of the
Head
team.
of the team, yeah. All right.
I think I had even heard him say that the third of those thirds, there was a plane coming from Medina, Ohio. It's going to wipe out our fairgrounds.
It's the heart of it all. I can see why it would be a target.
Right.
My chair's really squeaky tonight. I need some WD-40 this, but next time.
I don't know if anyone heard it, though. Did that come through?
I can hear it. I hope not.
I think you're all right.
All right. Thanks, pal.
Yeah,
We'll have Declan lube it on up. He loves rubbing things down with lubes and ointments. And
That's what I've heard.
he has a great time with it.
So we said that Tara is like this mythical character. No one had ever met her, seen her. Whenever Michelle or Catherine asked for more details, Jeffrey would shut it down. He'd get super mad. Just the same old kind of stuff. But he would say that Tara was always in danger, constantly on the move. And if anyone ever found her, she'd be killed. Within all this horde of shit, Michelle found an audio cassette that was hidden away that allegedly has Tara speaking on it. I say allegedly because that audio hasn't been made public.
And they had never met Tara in person.
Right. They've never seen her or anything.
Does Michelle allegedly own the cassette? Or was it like turned over to the police?
So I'm not clear on that. That's why I say allegedly. There's also...
We're not even sure this cassette exists.
That's true. She was working with investigative journalist Frances Sharp.
Michelle was.
She being Michelle, trying to find out who Tara was or is. This Frances Sharp guy has talked publicly about this a little bit and said that he's never seen a case where somebody just disappears off the face of the earth like this Tara one. But there's no proof out there, or like there's no evidence. There's no last name.
Does she even exist?
Right. That like they haven't made any of their findings public about this.
Makes it a lot easier to disappear when you have never existed.
That's right.
Yeah. There was talk of a book being written called One Man, One Cult. So maybe that'll give us some more insight on Tara when that comes out.
And that's from Michelle and that's this Frances Sharp?
No, that is Michelle and Catherine, I believe, teaming up. But that has not happened. And Dawn is just gone. Like, she told her family that the last that they had heard was around the time that Jeffrey left, or that they left Jeffrey's body. She said that she found like-minded people and she was going with them. Remember, she thinks she's an alien, or was turning into an alien.
So she'll be on a cult episode in the future.
She's just gone. No one knows what happened to her. Family's never seen her again.
This is a weird fucking story, man. Mm-hmm. Maybe there was a broader group that Jeffrey was involved in. You never know if you have the whole picture with stuff like this.
I'd love for the book to come out.
One man, one cult.
Yeah,
one cult, one man.
One man, one call. Yeah.
Sounds like the one prayer, one like.
Yeah, so it's a weird story. Like I said, I would love for the book to come out because I want to know more about this whole terrorist situation.
Who is she? Where did she go? What happened to her?
What's on the tape?
What's on the tape?
Is there a tape? Is there a tape?
Yeah, is there a tape?
Is there a tape? All these questions swirling in my head.
Is it time Carl Monday come out of retirement and just solve this case?
Get him knocking on doors.
Is it just like a slow motion of a closet door opening and a hand reaching in for a trench coat? And it pulls out. And then it just fades to black. Oh, I gave myself goosebumps with that little analogy. We got to get that guy back. What's he doing? Dave, you're friends with him on the socials. I mean, you follow him.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him recently. I think he's out the game.
Everyone's got one more case left in him. Everybody's got one more case left in them.
So we send this episode to him, be like, hey, Carl, what do you think's going on here?
Hey, you're the one who has a relationship with him. You've given him information in the past. You've given him stories to follow. Maybe this is the one he needs to.
We did sell Carl a story.
You did. Well, not we, you. I wasn't even alive, I don't think.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it's debatable. I think he can solve this one. I'd give him 72 hours.
Yeah, go down by his house and put like a C lamp, like a spotlight up in the sky over his house, like the bat signal. C for Carl. Call him out of retirement. The world needs you.
It's like Dark Knight. He like meets us up on the fucking rooftop talking.
We just hand him a folder. We just stand there and wait. He looks at it, he goes, I accept. That's fucking awesome.
Could be, Mike. It could be.
It really could be.
What if we fly him out to LA if Carl were willing to cover your initial travel expenses?
Absolutely. I would be fine with that. But we get the exclusive.
That's right.
We get the exclusive.
That's right.
I would pay for Carl to go out
Yes.
to LA and knock on this person's door.
Yeah.
Best.
We'd have to send Declan to record it, right? Like, Carl can't record it himself.
Yeah, we're not paying for a cameraman.
No.
Definitely.
Declan will be out there. Declan flies coach.
It's a shame Carl never hit the big time. He should have. He should have been a network guy, right? He was relegated to minor leagues in Cleveland, Ohio. Could have been a network guy for sure.
Carl could have changed the face of our country had he been on the mainstay.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
What was that thing that Geraldo fucked up?
Al Capone's vault.
Yeah. Carl would have found it for real.
He would have.
If he was given the opportunity.
Keep digging.
Like the stage like that. National stage.
Now Geraldo broadcasts his show every night from Shaker Heights, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's true. Is that show still on the air?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to that guy.
He's on, what's the station you watch for the alien thing? News Nation.
Oh,
if he's not, if his
he?
show's not on it, he is a regular on that station all the time. He's on doesn't Cuomo have a show on there now?
I have no idea.
The CNN Cuomo and the brother of is it Andrew? Which one's which?
Andrew was the governor. Chris was the
Chris
news
Cuomo
guy.
has his show on there.
Okay.
And I believe Geraldo is a regular on that. And then I think also Bill O'Reilly's on that station, and Geraldo's he fucking guests on all that shit. I don't know if he has his own show, but he's on it. It's always like It shows his little talking head. And it's like Shaker Heights, Ohio. I'm like, he's in a fucking basement in Shaker Heights.
Oh boy, what's a weird one, fellas?
Yeah, and the book
Just came out tonight.
No, it hasn't been talked about, at least on the internet, as like being a thing since like 2018, 17, 18. So I don't know. Maybe it's not coming out. It's 2025 now.
Public interest died off. Do we think it's possible that Jeffrey was indeed a human alien hybrid? Or are we discounting that claim?
In a word, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what you're going with. No.
Because like he doesn't even look like it. Like maybe if there's like some people that have claimed that, and they kind of do look like a gray. You're like, yeah, I see it.
You could pass.
Jeffrey he's just a dude. He is literally just a fucking guy.
I also do not believe that he worked for the government.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all.
So that's a controversial statement. I think this is just a guy who was mentally unstable, but also was able to put on that riz that we talked about earlier.
Sure.
And convince people, kind of like what Ian said, maybe he was just a hoarder. I don't know. I don't know if he was necessarily a hoarder, but I think he had an infatuation with weapons. Never did anything with them. Just bought them. Convinced everyone it was necessary for his work. But I think that's all there is to it. I think this is a big nothing.
Yeah, it sure seems to be. I think it dispels the rumor that wealthy people are always so super smart. Because clearly,
is that a rumor? Is that what's going around?
Not the rumor.
Do people think that?
Did I say rumor? The notion that wealthy people are super smart because they seem to be easily taken, just like your grandma when someone scams her with a text message.
Look at Keith Raniere. He got the Seagrams.
Yeah.
Sisters. They gave him so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars they gave him.
It's wild what you can get people to do.
Some people have that charm where they can talk people into anything. Good salesmen, good personalities, whatever it might be. I think this guy had a little bit of that.
And some mental delusions about what was going on in his own reality, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't think there's any grand conspiracy here. I don't think there's much more to it. I'm not sure Tara was real. It's possible, I guess. He might have made her up in his head, imaginary friend Tara.
You could go super dark with it, and Tara's someone that maybe pushed him because he was doing this to other women. There's evidence of that. So maybe is that someone who was going to get him in trouble, so he killed her?
She found out the scam
like
and
early on.
threatened to go to authorities.
That's what is alluded to with this tape and this stuff, is that he did something to her, is what's alluded to. But,
It's hard to, put any weight into that when show us the fucking tape.
yeah, something. But
Especially
I want the tape. Show me the tape.
If somebody has evidence of that and they're saying, oh, this alludes that he might have killed someone, does that not put some fault on you if you're not releasing it? Like, oh, I might have something that's evidence of a murder, but I'm not releasing it.
Yeah, the onus is on her at this point. Whoever has the tape now.
and we don't have even a transcript of it, really, or a last name for Tara.
Hopefully Carl can uncover it. I don't know.
He is the only one that I think can.
Help me, Carl. One Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Maybe we'll send him a nicely worded email. Carl@retired.com. Dear sir, we miss you.
We know you're on Easy Street, fella.
Wow.
We're calling you back into service for one last run.
Didn't you see him or you didn't see him, but he like the last post of his was like at a bar with his wife or
Yeah,
something?
I think he was going to Italy.
Oh,
I think that was last summer.
he ain't coming back. Come on.
He's still over there.
If I'm retired and I'm in Italy, don't fucking call me. Like, you dipshits, fuck off.
He's over there on the beach on the Amalfi Coast talking to widows. You ever know where Cleveland, Ohio is?
I like to think that he's wearing like not a Speedo, but like biker shorts. But he keeps his flip cell phone tucked into it, and he takes the call from Necronomicon. And he's like, "Oh, you don't say. I'm on it." Next flight back to Cleveland. I think it's a direct flight from Italy to Cleveland. You can probably find that somewhere.
Oh yeah, all the time, every day, all day.
Yeah. No layovers anywhere.
Sorry, Sophia. Duty calls. I have to fly back to Cleveland.
Is it his wife?
I don't know.
Oh. Sophia Monday. I'm a guy like that. I'm going with that.
The show turned into a Carl Monday suckathon or something.
You know, if that man ever decides to start a podcast and he doesn't sign with Cool Down Media, it'd be a travesty.
It would be.
Yeah.
This has felt more like a hanging out episode than usual.
Yeah.
I think because we just did 2 long weeks on Robert.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's a goofy story, right?
Yeah.
Like without knowing anything serious happened, this is just kind of like a goofy guy, I think.
It's just a weird fucking story. Like, I don't know. Why would you put him in the car like that?
As fake as you think it all seems, like there's just a tinge of potential reality somewhere. You just get the sense that you don't know the whole story.
Well, I think it's part of it is because these people believed him so much. Like Ian just said, like they honored his last wishes.
Sure.
Of putting him in a car and then they left the state.
Letting him bake in the California
Liquefy
sun.
his ass, right?
Yeah, like that's
Ugh.
it's weird because it shows how much they like believed him.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to keep him alive in that parking lot for like 3 hours sitting in the car.
It's amazing that the raw buffalo meat didn't bring him back to life.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll revisit it if the book comes out. If a book comes out, I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably with you, Mike. Just mentally ill guy.
Is that where you are, Ian? Kind of just with
Just
that?
a con man, I think.
You think more just a
Yeah.
con man?
Yeah, I think just a con man that.
So you think he was fully aware of everything he was doing and of right mind, sound mind, and just conning people to kind of pay for his fetish of weapons and
that room, it looks like a horde.
Yeah.
You know,
Couldn't help himself.
right? And it's just figured out a way to get people to pay for all his shit.
I just have a small sliver of something in the back of my mind. Like, we don't know the whole story. I don't know. Just because it's so strange.
There's a lot of details that I would like to know that could come out in the book.
Sure.
The not having a work and there's no work record, no taxes ever being filed is weird. That's odd. That gives you like the spy thing, like someone flipped him while he was in UCLA or something.
And wiped out anything that may have been on file.
Yeah.
I don't know.
there is still no release date for this book?
No, it was just like talked about online. There was a news article that mentioned it.
Well, any other final thoughts on this one? Mr. Lash? Mr. Henderson?
Fun discussion, but no, I don't have anything else.
Yeah,
I
this
hope
was-
this fucking book comes out.
This was
one
fun
day.
to talk about. Something shedding more light on this story would be cool. Like you said,
would.
the book, Ian. Or at least just to get their take on things.
A little more than what's out there, at least, you know.
Yeah. There's a ton of like build up and then it's just like no real payoff for like information wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hashtag where's Tara?
Where is she? Yeah.
Could it be pronounced Tara?
Could.
And that's why she's not responding because we're not asking for Tara. Everyone's looking for Tara.
No, I didn't think you were talking about me. My name's Tara.
Yeah. Oh, Jeffrey Lash. Oh.
The
Yes, well,
agent.
me, Tara. I have spoke with him. Dave, what do we got on Instagram? Any Taras or Taras tonight?
You mean Patreon, sir?
What did I say?
Instagram?
Yeah, Patreon, that thing.
We do. We have quite a few new folks we'd like to welcome to the fold. Thank you to new patrons Travis Tucker, Kayla Ayers Chastain, Tristan Leslie, Courtney Solomon, Haley Lanning, Terp Thought, Eric Wilson.
He just gets that.
The thought keyword
It's
really
just a weird name. Threw me off there.
Eric Wilson, Ben Miles, Crystal by Birth, Meth by Choice. Pretty good. Jordan Sills, Captain Dr. Obvious, Brianna Butts. That's a porn name, right? Brianna Butts with a Z?
Oh, with a Z?
With a Z, yeah.
Should be.
Aubrey, Lou at Bake to the Future, Merrick Jones, Colton Hunter, Santi Miguel, Lara Cochia Magat.
Oh, I thought that was two different names.
No, that's just one run-on word. I hope I got close. Tom Piasecki, Bailey Lane, Joe G, Corey Leggett, Jilly Mary Lee, Todd Bennett, Kaylee, Heidi Krieg, Alan Uraz. All right. Michael Taylor. Remember that guy?
No.
Yeah.
The old guy? Or the young guy? Looked like he was 70 years old. The bald guy. The Haunting of Michael Taylor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he had to get exercise. He wanted to bang that woman.
That's right. Kate, Ugly Face, Bone Daddy, Adam, Jessica E. Boatman, Mediocre Hand Job. I bet your phone's ringing off the hook. Mike, I beg of you, please let me suck on your Carhartt chafed nipples.
That's foul and disgusting and illegal.
Max, Jessica Owens, Emily Formica, Maggie Walker, Kate I don't know what I'm doing ever. Okay.
Welcome to the club.
Joshua Collins, Jeff Stamey, and Ryan Mensdorf. Thank you so much, new patrons.
Awesome. Thank you. We should give an update. What's been going on Patreon, Ian?
We just did the 1973 Gitchy Manitou murders over there.
Yeah, that was a sad story.
Yeah,
Brutal.
It was a more serious one, like the story itself. There's not a lot to joke around about, but yeah, that was our poll episode.
That's what they voted for.
Yeah. But we give 3 topics.
Yeah, 3
To vote
topics. Yeah.
We do a vote every month.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes they pick good ones, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes we have like loser leaves town match, but then they
Yeah.
never leave and we just do it
And we
anyway.
still bring the poll, the category, or the subject back. Yeah.
Go check it out.
One other fun thing that we are doing for the month of February, depending on when you hear this, we had teased it or talked about it before in the past, but we are going to do on the Art Bell tier of Patreon, try the Hot Ones sauces, the Hot One Challenge. We're not going to do chicken wings because we don't want to fucking eat wings into a microphone.
Yeah.
But we're going to have, I think, some chips, Tostitos chips. And we bought the latest Hot Ones sauce pack. And we're going to try those. And we're going to do video of it. Not live, but we'll record it and post that at the Art Bell tier on Patreon. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be
It's going to be something.
fun and painful.
Your asshole's going to have fun the next day.
I think it's a fair statement. So if you want to see us, try those sauces, that's going to be available in by the end of February.
Yeah. I think the hottest one is 2.2, 2.3 Scoville, 2.3 million Scoville units. So
Yeah.
I've never had anything near even close to that. So
I can't even fathom in my head what that's like.
I think 500,000 is the hottest I've ever eaten. So
But I watched a lot of those Hot Ones episodes where the celebrities are eating the
Yeah.
chicken wings. And like they do okay, unless it's editing that's making it look better. but like they get through it.
Yeah.
I think we should be okay, other than, crying and leaking from our noses and maybe our anuses. But
We'll have some milk on hand, right?
yeah, I'm getting milk tomorrow before we record. But anyways, so that's coming up on Patreon too. I think that's going to be real fun and something different for us. And in the meantime, we're going to have fun conversations. I think people have been wanting us to do some more Fuck, Marry, Kills. I'm going to try to bring some of those back for that show. Dave might get some Would You Rathers or something.
Would You Rathers.
Yeah, I actually just reminded myself I need to start looking for some F, Marry, Kills. So we're, because if you watch the actual hot ones, they're answering questions from the host.
Yeah.
We don't have that. So we're just going to bullshit and talk and hang out and probably pour milk into our eyes and our nose and our buttholes and answer some F, Marry, Kills and try the sauces.
Looking forward to it.
It's all available on patreon.com/Necronomipod. Dave, what do you got else for us?
I got one more quick shout out. Got a card from JC and Thomas. They're getting married. They wanted a shout out or congratulations for their wedding. So congratulations. I hope you two have a great wedding. I do want to let you know, though, that Cool Down Media practices the ancient tradition of prima nocta. As outlined in Braveheart, this is where the English nobleman is able to take the wife and have sex with her on her wedding night before the husband, just to assert his control. And since you've requested, wedding congratulations, Cucks Across America is going to be sending Mike out to your wedding. So your wedding night's going to be a little different than you had originally planned. Mike will be taking the bride before the groom that evening. So
I also require hotel and trans.
Of course.
We'll
build them after. Yeah.
By the bride and groom.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So prima nocta. Prima nocta.
When is this wedding?
It's pretty soon.
Okay. Well, no cucking until then. I'm going to build up a huge load.
We're going to get you. We're going to get you on a Greyhound and to get you right out there too.
Not a Greyhound. They're going to fly me out there.
We were thinking Greyhound.
So
you'd be pent up when you.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Little aggression for your prima nocte night.
I'm also going to I need a hotel that offers 24-hour room service because homie got to eat like 1, 2 a.m.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, that's all covered, as she will be. We all look forward to that. Optional if I'm in the wedding photos.
So again, congratulations, JC. I hope you can handle Mike's wiener on your wedding night.
It'll be the best mediocre wiener of your life.
What episode of The Office is it where Michael, where he says that he's going to introduce prima nocta when they're at a wedding and like everyone looks at it like that's wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's great.
There's only a couple weddings, right?
Phyllis's?
It's Phyllis's and then there's Pam's. It might be Phyllis's.
It's super weird when he says it.
Angie's probably listening right now, pissed at us that we don't know.
Right.
She always knows those answers. All right. Anything else? We good?
All straight over here.
Yeah.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod. As we said earlier, patreon.com/Necronomipod, amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.